to the day since she last visited Jacksonville.
And she was here to speak out against changes to the Florida curriculum on African American history.
Our Zach Wilcox is joining us live at the Ritz Theater in downtown Jacksonville. And Zach, you spoke with local members of both parties about the Harris campaign.
Yeah, Anthony, this time last year, a year ago yesterday, the line was wrapped around the block at the Ritz with folks who wanted to be here to see Harris speak, and they were beating the heat then. They were waving themselves down with their pamphlets, and at least there wasn't the rain like what we have today. But talk with a lot of them who mentioned history was part of the reason that brought them out. They wanted to see the first vice presidential visit to the La Villa neighborhood, and there's a chance that that visit just became more historic.
We know our collective history. It is our shared history.
It's not every day that you see the vice president or president of the United States.
Deborah Thompson made sure to snap a pic when she had the chance with Kamala Harris during her July 2023 visit to the River City. She never thought at the time she'd be taking a pic with the person who could soon become the Democratic Party's nominee for president.
To see someone at that level and to see someone who represents our country, our community, and our nation.
This is a historic time.
Darrell Whiting was also there that day and says hearing that speech in person changed his impression of Harris, and he started looking at her as a possible future president for the first time.
I heard about it, stood in line. It was hot that day. I remember that. But it was worth it. Let us know that we matter, not only locally, statewide, but all the way to the White House.
The 600 seats at the Ritz were full to hear Harris, but one person who wasn't there, Duval GOP Chair Dean Black. Black says he feels Biden's decision to endorse Harris is a positive for the Republican Party.
They've replaced a non-candidate with a horrible candidate. She shares responsibility in their policies. And at the end of the day, that's what we've been campaigning on in the Republican Party. Policies, not personalities and not individuals.
Several folks who saw Harris speak are holding out hope they'll have another chance to see her in Jacksonville before the vote in November.
I think that Florida is in play this election, and we've gone blue in the past, and Duval County is a really important county across the state of Florida to see that happen again.
I want to build on that last point a little bit. Duval County is the epitome of a swing county. There's a little over 600,000 registered voters, only 10,000 more registered Democrats than Republicans. So that is a razor-thin margin. So it'll be interesting to see if we see either candidate come here to either expand that margin or cut it down even more. In downtown, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.